Capricorn, welcome to your reading. We're going to do a different reading today. It's a new moon, and Aries is occupying Neptune for the first time in many years, and I think we should honour that new energy just after the eclipse yesterday, the end of the eclipse tunnel, with finding your North Star. So this helps you find your next new direction. It's very windy here, just slightly referring to the positions in the book. So it's very windy, so forgive me. Let me just organise. It's not very windy, but it's a bit too windy for a reading comfortably. But here we go. So where are Capricorn and Bell people, because the bells started? Wow, very solid energy. 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. That's where you're at the moment. What are their roots? Oh, sorry, no, let's say how do they find their North Star at this moment? That one's shot off. This one might have wanted to come out. Let's have a look. Oh, beautiful. 2 of Cups. Let's see what this one was. And the moon might make you feel a bit emotional. We'll leave that there as well. And the root skills that Capricorn and Bell people have to support them in this endeavour of trying to find their North Star. The star and the sun. Wow. Lucky you. That's so gorgeous. That's so gorgeous. And what do they need to let go of? Bell and Capricorn people at this moment of change, what do they need to let go of? The Emperor. Yeah, I love that. What was this one? I don't think he wanted to come out. Well, Queen of Swords, yeah. It's that kind of energy. And where this is leading. Oh, a little bit of worry, but just a sec. I allowed that out. Followed by, the Tower. Oh my God. We've got to cap that. So 9 of Swords, where is this leading? And then the 5 of Wands. Okay. Big change. And it might feel a little bit uncomfortable for a while. So let's see. We will cap these, so this is going to be really interesting. And you've got beautiful energy, so I know it's going somewhere nice. There just might be a period of adjustment. Where you're at the moment with in the idea of change is not really wanting it with the 4 of Pentacles. You want to keep your head down at something you've always loved doing with the 8 of Pentacles, and just keep going, keep going. 4 doubled is 8 of Pentacles. Just, I know my route. I want to do it this way. This is what I love. I don't want any change. I just want to keep things going as they are. Very practical, very rooted energy. Okay, we understand that. But then how to find our North Star? It's making a kind of partnership with something you really love that might be a little bit murky and confusing and emotional for you. It's like some new partnership coming in that makes you sort of destabilizes you, takes you into sort of unconscious territory, an old thing you've loved, an old passion, an old kind of energy coming back into your life that is a little bit destabilizing, particularly when we know how stable you are or how rooted you are in the idea of change. You don't really want it from the cards anyway. So what you've got to support you are these 2 amazing energies. Talk about North Star. You've got the star and you've got the sun. So enormous ability to manifest and optimism and a sense of incredible great luck. And also this beautiful star healing after a bit of a shock, getting realigned, physical healing, mental healing, aligning to your star of Venus. The little bird of ibis in the background, this little pink bird helping you along your way on the tree. Incredibly abundant energy. So that's interesting. You're ready. You've got all the goods. What you're being asked to let go of with the Emperor, and then she also sort of snuck out, but it's mainly the Emperor, is being rigid. The Emperor is the major 4. We see you with the minor 4 of the 4 of Pentacles. There is a sort of rigidity being emphasised here because he's got lots of wonderful qualities, but here I feel like there's a rigidity that and a toughness in these 2 characters that just wants you to carry on, be responsible, do it the way you've always done it. Very sort of paternalistic. And then with the Queen of Swords, you know, they're the tough parents. They're sort of, they don't want you off this beaten track at all into this moon territory, even though you've got such lovely, optimistic exuberant energies to support you. So let go of those more rigid energies, and where it's leading, feeling worried, that's very like the moon card, and overblowing your worries. Something that's not built on the right foundations coming down, and fighting, but fighting with the fun energy of these sort of young kids in the Five of Pentacles. Let's cap this, because it doesn't give us it sort of emphasizes, doesn't it, that you're going to be in a period of potentially, with this change, not enjoying the first bits of it, which often happens. My God, I remember that. I mean, to be honest, I'm probably in one of those change moments, if I'm really honest. And there are moments of great joy and moments of not great joy. And when I was much younger, in my late 20s, I went through one of these moments, and it was just unbearable. But it gave way to such a beautiful new start. But the change was difficult. And I'd been through a lot. You know, I'm not but dissing my younger self. There was lots of grief and change that I had to metabolize, and it hurt. Right, we're going to get an oracle of mystical moments here. That's it, that one came out. Who have we got? Elixir of life. That's lovely. So I've not worked with these ones before, so let's read. They've got tiny little explanations. We like that. Number 15, Elixir of life. Healing, consolidation, reinvigoration and truth. A woman is leaning towards a deep red rose. She faces the flower with her eyes closed, I think. Yeah. Concentrating on the lush bloom. She's receiving the sweet scent of nature and the energy of life. The wind rustles in her hair. It's a bit windy here. Whispering the truths of the universe into her ears. She can hear her own breath mingling with the wind. Sitting quietly in nature will be by a stream or in a garden can help still our wandering mind and heal a troubled heart. So your discomfort at this change, if you choose to take it, which obviously we all have free will, is being healed by nature. That's a little pin. Let's put a pin in that. And let's do our normal route of, let's do one of these nature of spirit oracles. Could you add to this reading for Capricorn and Bell people? We've got Circle of Life and Grandfather Sky. So that's saying to me, we do have these cycles when we have to allow the movement, when you're wanting to hold on with all your might, with that Emperor energy and that Four of Pentacles, and keep going with the Eight of Pentacles. Remember the circles that we're part of. And think about the wisdom of Grandfather Sky, the wisdom of your ancestors, the wisdom that comes in that new moon. Oh, yes, maybe there's some new moon wisdom that you can download today. That's interesting, and maybe something to do with Aries moving into the mystical sign of Neptune. There's a sort of melding of those two opposite energies. Maybe there's something in that for you that you can draw on. If you're somebody who's really into astrology, maybe you know a bit more about that. And then, here we go. What have we got here? Let's get one of these Sacred Forest cards to add to this. Flexibility. Sagittarius got this as well. We're all being asked to be flexible. You know, not nobody, but there's a lot of change around. We know this. We have to be flexible. The opposite of your Four of Pentacles, and your Emperor, you're being hammered. This point is being hammered. Try and be flexible. Those Five of Wands, they enjoy the flexibility. Those kids playing with the sticks. Get into more of that energy. Is this the one that wants to come through? Divine androgyny. That's interesting. Let's have a look at this. That's a very interesting. We've got the butterfly of transformation. Let's see what the book says. Divine androgyny. And then we'll cap it with some little 51. Some little Rider-Waite. That's super lovely image. Interesting. Wholeness, beyond binary, the divine and. I sort of didn't know whether to read that, but yes. While dualities may be perceived in life like day and night, black and white, etc., there also exists the in-between like twilight and grey. Not everything is black and white. Life has nuances. Though there may be a duality that exists which can be defined. Life goes beyond binary. Protecting the mic. Those opposite points on a spectrum can merge into a new wholeness, 2 points becoming one. What the divine androgyny teaches us is to see that it is a spectrum which is linear and has 2 poles, dissolves into a oneness. This expresses what emerges from the combined duality. There's no spectrum, there's no scale. It's our own perfection, transcending unity of opposites. The power of this paradox shows both a binary and a non-binary simultaneously. Gosh, this is quite kind of high concept, but I like the idea of merging and melding. We don't have to choose between 2 options. We can say yes to both. 2 or more ideas can exist at once. I think it's more of this flexibility that you're being asked to have. Like, be more flexible, allow the dualism of 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 life to sort of give way into something else. This other third way. And let's just see. When we take 2 ends of a linear... So this encourages us to look beyond duality, to see the wholeness in all things, the oneness or no-thingness where the balance of the universe is found. Flexibility, wholeness, less rigid holding on. This is how you're going to be able to grasp this cup and deal with this ambiguity of the moon. You can adapt and be more flexible. It's going to allow something else new in. And I love in that 2 of Cups how this finding your North Star, how they're so different, these 2, but they come together in an amazing unity. So that sort of brings that part of the reading to life for me. Let's have some comment here. As I asked for in my mind on this, where it's leading, and we got the 5 of Cups and the 7 of Wands. It's saying try to concentrate not on what you've lost, but on these 2 new cups that we know is what your new finding your North Star is about. Fight onto higher ground. You are on higher ground. We can see that already with these characters. Look, everybody's fighting. It's okay. I know there's been a change, but you have got a slightly higher perspective here. And any other comments on this reading that you think would be helpful, that you think would be helpful to unlock this. This is the unlocking I was trying to say. What have we got down here as the wind blows? Oh, that's lovely. You are heading to this wonderful recognition from your peers, from yourself, the wreath of success. There is something really beautiful at the end of this. Keep going up that mountain like Capricorns and maybe the Bell people who are turning in like to do, because there is success at the end of it. And I said, again, but what about where it's leading? Yes, it feels a bit obsessive and heavy, that energy at the end with the worry and the Tower and then the 5 of Wands, but you can carry those. This is sort of a love of something, a work obsession person. How can they break through that moment of where it's leading into the success? What would be advice for them? Oh, that's nice. King of Wands. Employ a different kind of kingly energy from the Emperor. Employ this sort of flexible, dynamic, creative King of Wands. I think that's what's going to get you through that transition phase. But remember, this is where you're headed, to this beautiful 6 of Wands. So, yes, and we've obviously got the 5 of Wands, so actually it shows it's not far from where it's leading, because you've got the 5 of Wands here, and I love the 5 of Wands. It's like the fun, and you fight your way to this beautiful success. So what an amazing dynamic moment of change for all of us. Thank you for stopping by. See you again.